Greetings fellow adventurers and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we shall be drawing a Drow rider called Nim along with his dragon companion Ismail, who are in search of ancient draconic glyphs that some say will lead them to an ancient dragon horde. The sketch for this piece was drawn up in Photoshop, but I forgot to hit record, so from here onwards it's all in Procreate. This story started long ago in an underground village far beneath the surface. In this very place, a Drow youngling called Nim felt different from the rest. He did not get along well with children his age. He couldn't understand them, and their inner workings confused him. Nim decided to become an adventurer and explore the world. Just him, no one else. He felt better this way, even though bouts of loneliness would grapple him from time to time. And a weird feeling of not being able to understand how other people worked, he couldn't shake it from his mind, but he tried not to pay it too much attention. One fateful day, he was exploring the remains of a vast underground cavern, far, far away from his hometown. The ceiling collapsed centuries ago, allowing light and flora to enter the cavern. Nim was surrounded by trees and vines and grass beneath his feet. The smell of nature filled his lungs. New sensations, unfamiliar to him, took over his body. A massive influx overloading his system, and then the world went black. The next thing he knew, he was sitting by a tree, his breathing out of control, his brain flooding him with memories of feeling alone and isolated. Why was he so different? A sudden rustling of leaves snapped him back into reality, tears rolling down his cheeks. He watched as a baby dragon crawled out of the undergrowth. She was looking at Nim with an air of curiosity in her eyes. Frozen in place, Nim could only watch as the little dragon crept closer, sniffling and tilting her head. She was making little noises as she went. Nim was about to panic again, his breathing fastened, heart racing, head spinning. Sensing this, the small dragon stopped and stepped back, strangely looking at him for a short second, and then rushed back to the bush where she came from. Nim was utterly confused as the dragon appeared to be searching for something, and he was still frozen in place. Eyes on the baby dragon as she emerged again with an apple this time. She carefully walked closer to Nim, placed the apple on the floor and nudged it with her nose. Nim, trying to calm himself, took a few deep breaths, not taking his eyes off the dragon. He slowly picked up the apple. The little dragon watched with approval, so he took a bite. It was sweeter than any of the imports he has ever tasted in the village. Thank you, he said as he was starting to calm down. The dragon replied with noises of satisfaction and walked over to Nim. She moved her forehead closer to his, and the moment their heads touched, a flash of brilliant light marked their connection. As years went by, they became lifelong friends. Nim began to learn and accept who he was and the way he experienced the world, whilst being supported by his best friend Ismail, now much bigger than any little baby dragon. They went on many adventures, looking for mysteries and taking to the skies together. Their next quest, searching for the long-lost dragon horde of legend. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video along with Nim and Ismail's story. I also want to give a massive shout out to Lena Law on Instagram for helping me out with today's story. They really made it shine. If you have any ideas for future videos, leave a comment down below. Also, why not leave a like and subscribe and follow me on my socials to stay up to date on future videos and content. And check out my Ko-fi page where you can support the channel by leaving a tip or by checking out the NPC store where I'll be uploading more character designs as time goes on. See you next time for more character designs, redesigns, and fan art.